Hi, I'm Peter Nixon with another tactic to help you de escalate the stress and conflict in your life as you journey through this terrible pandemic affecting all of us around the world. It's useful to have tactics that can help us de escalate as well as help the people around us to de escalate. I'd like to share tactic number 12, which is to be polite because your rudeness and anger will return to you escalated. Be polite. It's something you probably heard from your parents when you were young. It's probably something you heard from your teachers when you were in school. And it's probably not something you think about when you're in conflict or you're stressed by the situation around you. Be polite. I'd like to share an example. This one comes from one of the pro bono clients that I work with. It's an educational institution, so they're providing service regularly to students. And as is normal in educational settings, there are complaints. And the complaints can vary from everything from the cost of the service to the quality of the service to the people involved to the facilities involved, everything imaginable. And when the customer is upset, they tend to react very rudely to the people in front of them. And sadly, those people that are on the front lines, just as we see in the pandemic, frontline healthcare workers being attacked by stressed out anti-vaxxers. It's not that they're doing something wrong. It's the stress and conflict felt by the attackers, which is the problem. So in the face of that very difficult context, you need to be polite, have technical solutions to manage any personal threats. But if the dialogue continues, you need to be polite. And so what we did in this situation, we simply escalated the complaints to a higher level. And it's normal that when people are listened to, that they can't sustain the anger that they were showing to the frontline workers. You're giving some respect to them by listening. You're also, by escalating, giving them some view that perhaps their complaints will be heard and rectification will be made. So if you find yourself in a stressful situation with people attacking you, be polite and escalate, because the attackers tend not to be as rude the more it gets escalated. And the less they are able to express themselves in a rude way, the more they're able to express themselves in a logical way, which will sometimes indicate to them and to you that their emotional response was not so logical and probably not so effective at resolving the situation. After all, we know that customer service is not something that we're aiming to get 100%. It's never perfect. But what can be perfect is the rectifications made, the service glitches can be paved over, can be remedied, can be fixed. Being perfect is not something we can do, but caring and correcting is something that we can do. And so we need to be better at this. I'm Peter Nixon. Log on to get more of our tactics, or stay tuned for the next tactic, which will be coming up. And I will be sharing something about tactic number 13, which is to tactic number 13, which is to stop seeing the situation in black or white. And I'll talk about veganism, a topic which is very popular with climate change in the world today.